Hello guys, Vengeancer here. I am bringing you another BDO video. Today we're going to do some trading and bartering. If I can get my ship to go on. I'm over here at Ilya Island. I just loaded up some cargo. I'm continuing with the same bartering that we did last week. I didn't reset it because I have a lot of these different items and I want to get my total barter exchanges up. The ultimate goal is to get the Carrack out of this caravel, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. But first I'm going to talk a bit about trading. I don't really know where my ship is going. I think it's because of this. Come on. There we go. Seems to be working now. Alright, so I'm going to talk about trading for a little bit. Mainly what I'm using trading for is the trade crates. I went over that before. I still have my little guy down here cranking out these trade crates. I actually switched from doing the 5 at a time, or 5 crates at a time, to doing 1 at a time. I decided, after doing some reading, other people recommended not using the tier 2 as well. It uses double the blackstone powder, which, you know, that gets expensive. Plus it makes the workload 6 times, so it takes longer. I went to Grana before I started recording. I can have 2 more of these workers, so I dumped all of my energy and I didn't get one. I had 467 energy before that. I dumped 465 energy plus a 50 energy potion, so technically I dumped 510 energy into the worker exchange, and I didn't see a single artisan. It's very frustrating. But the reason that's important, and let me switch over to Chrome here. The reason that's important is because of the advanced ore packing skill right here. This makes it worth it, and as well as the advanced timber packing skill, you get +3. So instead of making 1 crate, I'll be making 4. So I'm trying to, and here's the other artisan worker skills off of Grumpy Green. And I'll talk about the Feria Caravel here in a minute, the other tab. But this is kind of a worker guide. It was updated about a year ago, but the skills are still relevant, which is what I'm using it for, just to get the name of the skills that I want on my workers. So I definitely want this one because it increases your production by 4 times. So let's go back over to the video. I don't have that on this guy that I currently have making these. He doesn't have too bad of skills, but he doesn't have great skills. Whenever he hits 30 and 50%, I should be able to re-roll skills, but it's also pretty easy to re-roll artisan workers if you get somewhat lucky. So I'm just going to keep re-rolling workers as well and see what happens. But I'm working towards that. That's going to be more efficient for crafting these crates. Granted, we're at 1,000. That's about 33 million silver without any bonuses at all, just the base. And we're still cranking through the steel. I am still also collecting all of my junk up here in Heidel. And I still have a ton of crystals to grind up, but for right now, I have 24,000 blackstone powder up here that I need to transfer down, and I still have 350, 1,000 iron ore, plus I'm transporting a bunch more here, plus I have probably another 70 or 80,000 in, another 73,000 in sand grain, and I still need to deal with the Kaplan situation as well. Where's that at? I always lose it. With all the coal. So I need the iron and the coal to melt down into steel. So on top of the 350 raw, or 350,000 raw, I also have 260,000 melted iron, and that plus coal is what turns into steel. So I got a lot of processing to do. Just a little update there on the processing. Copper, I'm not even going to get into. That's how you make brass and bronze. I've went over that before, and I have a crap ton of that. Let's go to the central market real quick. I've still been buying up crystals. Scroll down to them. I have so much crap in here. See, I still have like 400 or so crystals that I need to grind up, and I'm always buying more. I've been selling a lot of junk too. I haven't collected that recently. But we got all that going for the trade crates. The trade crates are one of those things where you just have to invest a lot of time into. It's going to be a while before I can trade those in, but I'll keep giving you weekly updates on those. That's about all I can do for that right now. And I can always repurpose some of my contribution points into being more efficient on that, but I have not decided whether I want to do that yet or not. Let's anchor here and border continuous. So we got that, and we are, what are we on weight? Not too bad, but our next border exchange I need to get rolling on. This one, I don't have that item. This one I don't care about. I don't know if I have that item or that one, but we can do this one. So let's back up. Get our ship out of the wharf here, and how far away is it? It's not too far, but it's a good ways. Alright, so back to the trade crates thing. My node network is it's a long shot from being perfect. I do have it set up for the crates. I went over that before. A lot of these are wasted CP if you're not actively doing crates, because connecting here to here takes a lot of CP, and it's not producing anything, so it's kind of a waste. Same with this. I just have that in there because I like to grind at Blood Wolves for the potion pieces, and I have that node at tier 10. But these other nodes aren't doing too bad. I have them producing stuff that is useful, like coal and iron and copper for around up here. Plus I have all those for the beer ingredients. I have a few other nodes as well for other things. I've got quite a bit of timber nodes set up for timber crates. I just haven't processed it down yet. These are all for beer and cooking. Paprika is a replacement for vegetable, but those are all crates. These nodes up here are for dried fish production that I've went over before for producing good feed. But I think that there's probably going to be a way that I can rework these nodes to be more efficient and go heavier into trade crates. It just depends. I need to calculate and see which parts of the life skill worker empire of my worker empire is more profitable than others, and just kind of go full into those parts instead of trying to stick my fingers into a little bit of everything. Right now I'm kind of spread between Imperial Cooking, trade crates, and also I've got alchemy stuff that I'm producing. So I'm in all facets of the life skills right now instead of just going all in on one. But I kind of like being into all of them, so I don't know, we'll see how it goes in the future. But the way I'm going to move forward with the crates for now is working on getting those better workers and just keep letting them churn out the steel crates for now. And once I get the ability to leave it up 24/7 again and do a bunch more processing, I will probably start in with the wood crates again as well. So I'm going to keep collecting blackstone powder and continue on as I have been until I get these workers down here in Grana sorted out. So that's all I got on trading. You know, a little quick update there on what I'm looking at for that. Now, what we're doing with bartering, I'm kind of letting my ship auto route through the barters here at AFK while we're talking about the trade stuff. The whole purpose behind bartering is to upgrade to the Caravel to the Carrack, which let's quickly switch back over to Chrome here. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Let me get rid of this tab. Okay, so I have a Caravel, the affiliated Caravel, and it goes into two different branches, the Carrick Balance or Carrick Advance, which either one it can go into. My advice, if you're in the same situation as me, go for the Advance. The Balance is a little faster, but it has less weight. It's kind of just, it's a crappy ship, and excuse the ads, I'm on Grumpy Green site, and they are ad supported, and I'm not using ad block, because I don't believe in that. So I'm going for the Carrick Advance, and I have to get all of this crap over here on this left hand side. Quick scroll. So I need all of these things here, plus I need the blue Furia Caravel armor for the ship, which I went over before. You have to have the house or the ship part node in Port Etheria, which I had to remove it because I don't have the materials yet, so it was kind of just wasting 3 CP, and I needed those CP to go into another node to produce stuff for the elephant gear, which I'm still waiting on. I have 100 of the trace of ascensions now, but I need that elephant gear to up my elephant's weight to make the trade crates transport easier. So once I'm done crafting that, I will put them back into Port Etheria and start working on the armor again. But in the meantime, I am working on getting all of the items for that. So I need 180 Moonvein Flex fabric, 144 deep dyed standardized timber squares, 35 brilliant rock salt ingots, and 42 Tear of the Oceans, and 35 brilliant pearl shards. All this stuff you can get from bartering. You can see here on the list. There are other ways to get it, which this you can get from a daily. This one you can get from a daily. This one you barter. Level 5 for 1 ingot. It's pretty steep right there. You can get these from a daily, or you can do completely different things, or you can barter level 5 for a tier. And this one you can barter level 5 for 1 shard. So basically the idea is you're doing a crap ton of bartering. And it also says that these trades don't unlock until you have at least 3,000 or more barters. But there is another way around that. You can exchange crow coins, which is what I'm going to do for now. So all my bartering is going towards getting crow coins instead of making silver. We have actually arrived on Black Desert, so let's swap back over. Barter my little guy here. So we're overweight now. Rat. I need to go think. Let's see. Which one is this? Art supply box, level 3. Let's see if there is actually a way to do this. Level 3. I'm looking for the blue trades. Yes, there is. 1 for 2. So you can do 6 of those. So we need to take 6 of these and get solidified lava, but problem is we need to go back over here. So this is going to take me a bit because my ship is slow. It won't hardly move. So I'm going to let this guy auto route. He's a little bit overweight, so he can't go like he normally would, but that's fine. While we're looking at this thing over here, he will auto route. So back to Chrome. The thing to note is that all these level 5 goods that it says you can trade, let me find one. Barter times 1 level 5 sea good for 1 ingot. Those level 5 goods are worth 5 million silver. So normally that's how you make money on bartering. You do all the barters and trade up until you get to level 5, and then you just NPC the level 5, right? So you get 5 million silver for each one. Over time you're getting a ton of those level C goods stockpiled, so you're constantly siphoning off your C goods or just whatever level 5 item you have for 5 million silver each to an NPC. So there you go. That's the bartering in a quick and dirty version of it. But you can also do some barter trades to take the level 5s and exchange them for crow coins. Now you do need a crap ton of crow coins, so this one you're going to need 56,000 crow coins. This you're going to need 164,000. Another 56,000. So look, that's 264,000. Almost 300,000. And then you got another 144, so we're at like 430,000, somewhere around there. So you're probably looking at 550,000 crow coins. That's crazy high. But if we jump back over and look at bartering for a second, you can get these trades that take you way out in the middle of nowhere. You can get 500 crow coins for one level 5 sea good, right? So it does stack up, and the fact that you're going to need like 3,000 barters total to be able to even have a chance to get to those items. Now, ship upgrade materials you might be able to refresh for, but here is what I'm thinking is I exchange all of my level 5s for now for crow coins, just to keep them out of my inventory, and just to up my crow coin amounts. That way, if I need to trade for some, or if I can't get the actual ship trades, then it'll kind of balance out, and over time I'll get the carrot. I don't know the most efficient way of doing this. As you can see, I've only traded about 250 times up there at the number of exchanges. So I don't know really if it's better to sell your level 5s off and keep the silver, or if you should trade for the crow coins, or if you should try to refresh. Because if I hit this refresh, I can instantly refresh it and do for ship materials. I don't know if that's the best way or not. I have not done enough research, or I don't have enough experience yet in doing that. Alright, so let me jump off of here and go talk to this wharf manager. Of course you would fall instead of jumping. Okay, so wharf, we need to buy some supplies. And we need to load cargo, and we need to take 6 of these out because we only need, storage is full. Okay, so what I have to say about that is it'll let me do it this way. It's not gonna let me do either one, so let me do this. There. I'll do it that way, and then what I can do is weight is 1,000, weight is 900. If I need to, I can. Let me look at this real quick. So we're gonna exchange these level 3s for a level 4. One of these for 2 of these. What are these? Those are weight 1,000. Ooh, that's gonna be overweight badly. I'm gonna have to go overweight on the ship probably. How far away is this? It's not too far, so I'm not gonna worry about it. What I'm gonna do, I can take this tier. How far away is this? Not too bad, but it's not great. So I'm gonna have to work on this a bit here. This is the problem I always have when I'm bartering. I always end up like, what's the most efficient route, or how can I get the most on the ship? I don't have very much weight. My ship only has 11,500 total. The only way to get that up is to upgrade the ship into the Carrack. Or make 15 trips back and forth, you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and exchange it in for the crow coins and get it out of there, and then I'll go and exchange as many of these as I can without going overweight. Or maybe I'll just go overweight and then slowly limp back to Ilya Island. I'm out of storage space on Ilya Island because I got these things in here. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I need to exchange some more of this stuff is what I need to do. I need to get rid of this barter voucher, I think. Or I need to just spend some of my... I guess I could do this. Spend a point and get 3 more. I don't know. I've already got several points up here. Sorry. I've already got a couple points spent up here. What is that? 1, 2, 1, 4, 2. I don't know why it would let me. That would be 2 for that. I wonder, would it let me do this? Yes, it will. I'll just use those points there for now. I do need those points for something else, but I'll just have to juggle points. I've almost got another contribution as it is, and I can pull out the ones from the Trace of Ascension node soon. Because I don't want to keep that node. As soon as I have enough Trace of Ascension to craft the elephant armor, I'm done with that node. And I'm going to pull the points back out of it. And then when I'm done crafting that, I'm going to pull the points out of where I need the gear, the node for the gear crafting. I'm going to amass enough points to craft the gear, and then I'm pulling all those points out and I'm putting it back in Portaferia where I can craft the blue armor for that, which is another thing we need to look at. Let me switch back to Chrome one more time. You need those ingredients, but on top of it, you need all the crap to get out of here. So you need all this stuff here to craft this gear. You're going to need black stones to upgrade that, but you also need, and this is telling you how to get the fiery black stones. That's what you that's once you unlock that. That's not all that you need. You do need these stones to upgrade it because it does have to be plus 10. What you also need is you're going to have to craft each piece of gear, and it goes over that. You got to have the plus 10 green one, which I have on my ship, but you're also going to need these items here. And it kind of gives a detailed view of all of it. So you're going to have to do the same thing. You can do it daily to get 1. Or you can trade in more crow coins, which is a ton. Or you can do and barter level 4 sea trade goods. Oh look, it's a pirate ship. They're only supposed to appear at night or in like rough water. And it should probably go back down into the water and then follow it. Yep, there it goes. And it'll probably pop up around here near us. Whenever I first started sailing about, I always thought those things were so cool, and I didn't realize. I thought they were a little scary. Yep, there it is. But they're not too bad to kill if you have the caravel or anything hard. They don't attack. But if you attack them, they'll attack you back. Now back to Chrome. But you need all of these ingredients. Seaweed stalks aren't too bad to get. I've got some of this stuff stockpiled in Velia storage. Going into the Caravel de Carrack it's very daunting. And then you need all this stuff as well. These are what I'm stockpiling in Velia storage, the artifacts. Of course you need those. And you need a bunch more tie-dyed standardized timber square. So you also need all of this junk on top of the thing. So here's all the totals. It's very, very daunting. Whole loads of stuff. Problem is, I don't think I can even buy this stuff off the market. So that makes it even worse. Let's switch back. Nope. So there isn't any way to speed that process up other than you got to do the bartering and you got to do the trading for the crow coins, or you got to do the daily quest. I mean, if you have the time to dedicate to it, you want to do all three. Me, I'm taking a more passive approach, and I'm just trying to build up a bunch of barter materials, and that's why my Ilia storage is full. And these are how you get these Cox Pirates artifact. You want to kill those pirate ships that were popping up behind me. I need to do this one too. I need to take that and do that. There's just so many of these. And then we need to level this up. But this is why my storage is chock full, because I'm trying to stockpile a bunch of these level 1s and level 2s so that I can then boost them up to the level 3s. And essentially I want to have as many level 3s as I possibly can get my hands on stockpiled, so the level 4s and 5s are easy. 5s don't stack, so I don't want to have very many level 5s at a time. But I do want to have some so that I can do the crow coin exchanges. Because having crow coins, you know, it's good. But if I can stockpile a bunch of level 3s, or even 4s, it's going to make getting these caravel ship materials a lot easier. But that is pretty much bartering in a nutshell. There's a whole lot of AF gang involved. Set your course, do a lot of planning, a lot of contribution and storage. You're going to have to stash stuff all over the place. Eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to start shipping stuff to Etheria from Velia. Like these artifacts, the combat artifacts. I don't have very many of them. And then I've got some of these timber squares and stuff. So all this stuff that are pieces to craft the actual ship parts, the blue armor, I am going to send over to Etheria because that's where you craft them at. Kind of frees up storage in Velia here, and also just helps me keep track of what I need to get. And I have just a whole bunch of junk in here just from doing all this bartering and stuff, plus all my upgrade stuff's in here too. So it comes down to a bottleneck of contribution points and then just time. Time is also a pretty big problem. Now, if I actively take my ship, I can probably save down some of that time, but I don't think so. I think that it's mostly an AFK event, and you just do the best you can in AFKing. So we're gonna exchange. We got no more exchanges, and I got more crow coins. So now the next barter I do is gonna be the level 3. The problem is getting there. Which is not going to take very long to get there, but it's still going to be daunting. So I kind of pushed my ship past that. But the idea is to just get this exchanges. Just do as many barters as you can until you get to 3,000. It's going to help out with getting that barter level up. And see, I'm going to be able to take an exchange. You're going to do 6 of these into 2, so you're going to end up with 12 of these, and my ship stopped. I hate that. It closes the menu every time. So I'm going to take 6 of these and end up with, because you have 6 exchanges, it takes 1 per. I'm going to end up with 12 of these things. That's going to overweight me quite a bit, which you can't barter when you're overweight, but that's alright. I can offload 1 of them to my character, probably be overweight. And then you have to find the level 4, and you're going to take it over. So I can take 4 of these into these. So I'll end up with 4 more of these. This is a pretty good one, actually. So I end up with 20 million silver out of that, or I can hoard those, which I'm probably going to have to dump them and just take the silver because I don't have the storage space for it. Because these don't stack. I wish they would change that to where they do. But it depends on where this barter trade is, whether or not I'm going to be able to do that, or if I'll have to limp back to Elia. This is annoying me. This is also annoying. You end up getting stuck on the thing. I actually had my ship stuck out here in the middle of nowhere. I had to do a bunch of swimming. You actually can call your ship. So you can swim and then call your ship, but it can't be... It has to be very close to you. So I'm going to cut this off here. It's just going to be me sailing around a bunch more. I've said all I want to say about it, really, and kind of given my update on how the bartering is going. Normally I would refresh this and do a bunch of more level 1s, but I'm starting to run out of inventory space, so I'm going to have to reassess and clear some of this out, and I may continue this next week, or I may reset it. It just depends. And my ship keeps getting stuck. But it isn't like it's a big deal. It's not complicated or too hard. It's just tedious. You just need a bunch of... And see, here's a pure pearl crystal, but I don't know. I need 45 of those, so I need to go and do the exchange on this. So I'll have to do that. But those are the things to look out for. Is the actual materials that show up here. But if you enjoyed, leave me a like. I tried to incorporate a little bit of new of actually panning over to Chrome and giving some examples and stuff. That way you kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about instead of me just rambling on inside of Black Desert and showing you the barter menu. And if you have questions, leave me a comment, you know, like and sub. That stuff helps the channel. But I can plan on continuing this bartering and stuff. I want to get the Carrack and just to see what, if it's useful or not. I mean, everyone I've talked to about bartering says there's a ton of silver in it if you can get the Carrack and actually have the time to do it and have a fast ship to be able to move throughout the ocean quickly. Because those level 5 barter goods, doesn't matter what item it is, the level 5s are always worth 5 million silver a piece. So if you can get quite a few exchanges, I mean, like if you have 4 of those, you're getting 4. That's 20 million for that one. And you're getting 20 million on this one. 4 here, you're getting 20 million there. Another one, another 20 million. So if you got the level 4 stuff and another 20 million. So if you got level 4 and you can do it, you're going to make a ton of silver over time. I'm constantly going to try and exchange for crow coins as much as I can just to help out with the ship material cost, and I'm more interested in getting my barter levels up and my ship materials stockpiled so that I can upgrade in the Carrack. But after that, you don't really have a reason to, unless you're just trying to make another ship. You're mostly just going to barter for the level 5 stuff and then NPC it for the silver. But your profit per hour depends on how fast your ship is and how active you are and how much storage you can dedicate to it, because if you have a bunch of items sitting around already, it's going to make it easier. You can, you know, you got the level 2 and 3 goods, it makes it a lot faster. Or if you can stockpile those level 4 goods, definitely going to be a lot faster. So that's all I got. I will see you guys in the next video. So I already got all the self-promotion out of the way, but again, thanks for spending your time with me and watching, and as always, until next time.